That means it's Reiki and channeled reads. So this evening I have a special thing going on, I guess you should say, could say, word say, I don't know. Anyway, it's an interesting night here. It is storming cats and dogs. So channeled reads ought to be really interesting this evening. Also, I am streaming live on YouTube right now. So if TikTok decides that it's going to break, I got you. I'm on YouTube as well. Without further ado, let's go. And I will tell you that we are going to be spinning some chakras tonight. I happened to get in a new little double point of Smithsonite. So if you guys don't know what Smithsonite is, does, etc., it is one of my favorite stones. It helps connect you to higher energies, especially those that are a little more subtle, and it helps to make sure that you're in tune and pulling those higher energies, higher frequencies, etc., etc. You don't know about it, there's your homework. Go read. It's one of my favorite stones. I carry a lot of it in my shop. All right. Are we ready? The answer is yes. The answer is always yes. Let me turn this up just a little. Ready? Just like always, you can do the hand positions with me or just take a deep breath every time I move my hands. Deep breath. All right, we ready to ground? Yeah? Top. I'm going to count to 3. We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to ground. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Work on the sacral. Or do we need to work on the root some more? Let's work on the root some more. Yeah? All right. Now let's work on the sacral. Yes? Yeah? Solar plexus, we ready? Those of you guys have had a lot of anxiety the last few days, I guarantee you your solar plexus is pretty off. So the Schumann has been crazy the last few days. There have been a lot of solar flares. And I don't know where y'all live, but the weather has also been pretty crazy. It's crazy here this evening, which is why I'm streaming on YouTube as well, just in case. Slightly so I can see everything. You ready for the heart chakra? Yes. Yep. A lot of people have issues with this one right now. Ready? Deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Third eye? The answer is yes. So, I'm going to turn it this evening, but we're going to adjust it a little too, okay? So, for the first part, I just want you to breathe for a minute. If you can close your eyes for a second, even better. If not, I get it, okay? Just breathe. All right. Ready? Just breathe. 1, 2, 3. Ready for the crown? Deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1. Ooh, I almost yawned. 2, 3. Promised. Smithsonite double point. I'm only going to do this on the third eye. I was thinking about doing all of the chakras, but it's mainly for the third eye. Okay? Are y'all ready? So this is what Smithsonite looks like. See the beautiful banding? Ready? Deep breath. I even had this bracelet on. What do we need to get rid of? What do you need to get rid of? It all goes right there. All of it. You're welcome to put it in the chat. You're welcome to just put the number 0, because guess what? Whatever needs to go here has 0 power over you any longer. Be honest with yourself. What do you need to get rid of? Is it your stuff? Is it someone else's stuff? Is it the universe's stuff? Whatever it is, right there. Okay? I would love for you guys to at least put a 0 and watch it go off the screen. You are not going to overwhelm me and you are not going to hurt me. My yawn. Holy cow. Just breathe, okay? I have way too much hair. Okay. Because the energy has been so crazy. Because everybody's been having a really hard time lately. Because everybody's emotions are just wrong. All of our emotions are just wrong. Like, I've been irrationally angry over little tiny piddly shit that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Here's what I'd like to do. I'm gonna yawn. That's what I get for listening to rain when I sleep. Here's what I'd like to do. You guys know that favorite person you have, whether they're here still or not. The one who makes you feel safe. The one who always made you feel like you were enough. You know that person? Grandpa, grandma, mom, dad, sister, best friend, teacher. I want to see their name. I want to see their name. Because, my friend, you are absolutely enough. You will always be enough. Excuse my God. Woo! None of that, Sass. You're going to make me cry. Breathe. Breathe. Ready? What's funny is I'm not even on my Wi-Fi on TikTok.
Uusas, uurus, raido, soulo, naudis, seivas, raido, Iisa, uusas, uurus, raido, soulo, naudis, seivas,
That's what it is.
Iisa.
I'm trying to get back into TikTok, and I can't even get back in. Cool. I tried to go out of TikTok and back in, and it tried to get me to watch my own live. I don't know. Did you know I could watch my own Frozen live? Okay. That's Frozen again. It is, the storm's coming in, yeah. love it. I had to restart my live on TikTok. Hence the reason I'm on YouTube. Storming like crazy outside right now. Breathe. Just breathe. breathe for a minute. Just breathe for a minute. Hmm. We about ready for some manifestation? The answer is always yes. The answer is always yes. All right. So here's the thing. We're not going to do anything monetary. Nothing monetary. Okay? This is just for this weekend. Just for this weekend. And I want it to be something small. Okay? You don't have to put it in the chat. What I do want you to put is the number 3. Tomorrow is 3-3. 3-3. Perfect balance. 3. Okay? 3 is going to be nothing monetary. Something small. We'll do the big things in a minute. We'll do the money things in a minute, okay? Now we're going to work on the money. Now we're going to work on the money. But here's the catch to this one. You guys ready? And I want you to think about this. Woo! All the yawns for me this evening. I want you to think about this. And be realistic. No $10 million, okay? How much money, extra money do you need this month to be comfortable? To be comfortable. Now, here's the other catch. After you put how much money you need to be comfortable, I want you to think of someone else that you would like to send them a blessing as well. Okay? Ask for the good, put the good out. Woo! Nobody saw that. This is what happens when you sleep to thunderstorms. When it rains, you start yawning. Your body goes, oh, it's time to sleep. wish you the best in finding what you need. I wish I was home on YouTube. I hope that you find what you need in your path, honey. I send all of my love and all of the manifestation that you have exactly what you need and that you find the love that you need, the patience, the understanding, and allow it to melt whatever hate that is in your heart, honey. I love you. All right. We ready? Ready?
Urisas, Urus, Raido, Solo,
What I'd like you guys to do now,
Chivas, Raido,
what I'd like you guys to do now
Isa,
is think about
Urisas,
what is standing in your way.
Raido,
What is standing in your way between now
Laudis,
and the spring solstice
Chivas,
to start you on the path
Raido,
to manifesting what you want this year? And once you have what's standing in your way, I want you to catch. I want you to look. I want you to see somebody else's thing that they need to get rid of. And I want you to say something in the chat to motivate them. It can be what you need to hear. Or what you think they should hear.
Urisas, Urus, Raido, Solo, Laudis, Chivas, Raido, Isa, Urisas, Urus, Raido, Solo, Laudis, Chivas, Raido,
Because I'm going to tell you guys this.
Isa,
You are enough. You've always been enough. You will always be enough. All right, let me turn this down just for a moment. And I'll pull my list up here in just a second. I'm glad that TikTok decided to not continue to be an ass. Guys, every single one of you is amazingly perfect the way you are. I know now that I'm done with Reiki, I'll lose a lot of viewers, and that's fine. Because those of you that need to hear this will stay. I know that when you look around and when you're around in the world, everything is a shit show and everybody hates everybody and there's division here and division here and division here and division here. And it's bullshit and it's shenanigans and it's craziness. And I, for one, am one of those people that I don't understand the hate. I don't. I wasn't raised like that. I don't raise my kids like that. It's bullshit. I don't understand the hate from any direction. Does it still bother me sometimes? Yes. Yes, it does. I get it just like you guys get it. I get it for my hair. I get it for how I dress. I get it for what I believe in. I get it a lot for what I believe in. Guys, fuck those people. Fuck those people. Seriously. The world is evolving. The earth is evolving. People are evolving. Those that kick against it, as hard as they're kicking against it, are afraid to be left behind. They're afraid because they don't understand. They don't understand their own gifts. They don't understand how amazing people are. They don't understand how to let go of things that were ingrained in them as a child. And I know people say forgive and forget, let it go or whatever, but here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you that. Don't forgive. Don't forget. Don't overlook. Don't ever say, it's okay. It is not okay. It is not okay. It is not okay. Instead, you can easily turn the other cheek. But don't you dare forget what they said. Don't you forget what they did. Because you, my friend, are amazingly perfect exactly the way you are. You will always be enough. You will always be enough. You will always be perfect in every given moment. No matter if you backslide, no matter if you fall down, no matter if you have a bad day and you curse everybody on the road, everybody around you, you're still perfect in that day. Maybe that motherfucker had a bad day too, and maybe he needs his karma and he needed to be cursed. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Just saying what I'm saying. I love you. And I'm always here. I'm always here. I promise. I know I'm busy as fuck, and I know that sometimes I'm not even here for myself. But I'm always here for you guys. I don't ever want you to feel alone. I don't ever want you to feel like you have nobody in this world, because this world's a shit show. You have me. You have my mods. You have everybody in this group. Everybody in this room. Because everybody here feels exactly the same way you do. Everybody here wonders what the fuck is going on in the world. They wake up and they're unsure if we're even going to have a world this afternoon. They wake up and they're unsure if their job's going to be there, if their spouse, their kid, they wake up unsure. Everybody wakes up unsure. I love you, and I'm always here, even through the unsure times. Okay? I don't ever want you guys to feel alone. We're all waking up unsure right now. Okay? Okay? All right. I guess it's time for me to turn on the ugly light. Turn on the ugly light. Do the channeled reads. I am going to leave this music on in the background though. Because why not? Right? Why not? If you guys were here for any length of time, I love you right back, honey. If you guys were here for any length of time, please, please, please make sure that you drink some water. Okay? Make sure that you drink some water. You give me your organs. So I have a friend who we joke that we're just waiting around to take the other one's kidney. It's funny. I think it's funny. Just saying. So my first person, I'm not doing card reads, I'm doing channeled reads. And yes, this is on YouTube. Why are you back? Okay, you know what? Alyssa Kaiser, you are first this evening, love. You ready? Ready? I'll have to look, Riley. I haven't gotten anything unless it came after I left the shop today, which it could have. We left a little early because it was fixing to storm and I was having a bad day. Miss Alyssa, you ready? Those of you guys that have never watched me do channel reads before, I'm doing them slightly different this evening as I'm using a card as an anchor because it is a weird brain day and my brain is going off into, I don't even know, whatever is beyond the outfield. The parking lot, my brain's in the parking lot. My brain's in the parking lot. You may have homework with a channeled read. There are going to be things that I say, that I see, etc., that I have no idea what they mean. It's not for me anyway, it's for you. Okay? Just know that. Sometimes I may say, you know, I see this animal, this color, this animal, this color, whatever. Your job, your homework. Hey, Travis, thank you so much, love. So I'm going to pause for just a minute, my little spiel there, because I follow Travis Warrior Unicorn on Instagram. Dudes, he's fantastic. If you don't follow him, you're wrong. Go follow Travis. He makes my whole day. Travis, you make my whole day. I love seeing you pop up on my Instagram. So y'all go follow Travis because he's utterly fantastic, okay? I love you, my friend. All right. So with channeled reads, it's not for me to understand what the fuck I'm seeing, smelling, hearing, etc. Sometimes, yes, they turn into mediumship reads. Sometimes you're going to be super confused. I can't tell you how many of these I've done. And then later I've got a message from somebody that said, oh my God, you said blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Trust the process. Miss Alyssa. Ready? Ready? Honey, it's okay to be lost. You're trying so hard to be found, and you're trying so hard to be on this very narrow little path going forward. The problem is you're not supposed to be on that path going forward. Right now, you're not supposed to be on any path. Right now, you're supposed to be that kid that's supposed to be catching the ball, you know, playing t-ball, but yet he's out there picking flowers in the grass. That's where you're supposed to be right now. Quit pushing yourself so hard. This is the pot calling the kettle black, okay? Quit pushing yourself so hard right now to be on this little bitty teeny tiny path. Did you ever watch the old school Alice in Wonderland? Because this is what keeps coming into my head as I'm talking. The cartoon. Before I yawned. Where she's on the path and the dog with the broom nose comes up and he's erasing the path in front of her. And then he goes behind her and he's erasing the path there until she's just left on a square. That's what's going on right now. You're just on this square, but you're trying to push it into a path. That path is no longer your path. You need to be off the path. You need to be in the dark for a little bit. You need to be wandering. You need to be in the hallway in the forest, because off the path is where the revelation that you've been dying for is. And it's one of those things you're going to run face first into it and go, oh my God, how did I not see this before? Be off the trail. Be off the path, my friend, because the path that you used to be on, the world has shifted and you have shifted, but your brain still says you have to be here, and you don't have to be there. I don't understand either what, it's weird. I keep seeing like a yellow cloth, like yellow satin, and it will turn into a ball, like it's over something round, and then it's flat. And then it's over a ball, and then it's flat. So I don't understand what that is, but I keep seeing that as I'm talking about what path you're not supposed to be on. But the yellow satin in general, I mean, and it's satin, I can feel it. I don't know. It's interesting. You have an interesting, I'm going to say, it's like grandma feel with you. Not you, our grandma. Okay, don't take it that way. Whoever the yellow satin represents has been sending you. What are the doves? What are the doves? I keep seeing two white, but they're not actual doves. They're like little toys. They're like toys. They're little bitty, little white doves. I don't know what those are. So if you don't know what those are, you need to be watching for them this week. Because whoever the lady is that the yellow satin represents, there's two of them. Two little tiny ones. That probably confused you even more. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's my job. Did that make sense, Miss Alyssa? Just so you guys know, I am recording this on YouTube. So you can go back and watch it if you need to later this week, okay? I was a good girl and got YouTube up. Okay. If you don't know the doves, then I would say be watching for them this week. And it's funny, as I mentioned them again, they're little tiny. I feel like they're plastic. I feel like they're plastic. It could be an Orisha. I'm not super familiar with them. They are fascinating and I love to learn about them, but off the top of my head, I don't. Like, don't quote me. You know what I'm saying? Miss Minnie, Miss Ankita, you ready, sugar? What are you holy shooting? You can say holy shit. It's all right. We cuss here. All right, Miss Minnie. So, I know that the darkness has overwhelmed you recently. Like, as soon as I took the deep breath and kind of pulled your energy a little bit, it's like you've been so overwhelmed. It's like the dark is a thing. Like, it hurts. It's like the dark is a thing. It's been pushing on you like this. You feel like you're carrying like this whole, you're carrying the world, and the world is just this epic, deep, dank ball of dark, and you're literally carrying it like that. If I pop into your live one day, I'll get it. I'll try to catch you, love. But the thing is, and I know that you're overwhelmed with whatever this is that you're shouldering. You're shouldering it in protection of the three people that are underneath you right now. I hope that makes sense. Whoever these three people are. You're shouldering this so it won't crush them. And all you can concentrate on is that. All you can concentrate on is how heavy this is back here. Stop concentrating on the heaviness. Stop concentrating on the heaviness. Here's why. Because whatever this weight is, it's pushed something interesting in here with you. If you stop concentrating on that as much, you'll see the interconnectivity. Because all around you, it's like, so what I see is like you hunched over this big black ball of just shit that you're holding up for everything. There's three people right here. And they're huddled over like this, and you're protecting them. When you stop concentrating on that, how heavy that is, and open your eyes, you're going to see all the interconnectivity of everything. I don't know what it is you've been through in the last, I'm going to say 35, 36 days. It's not quite a month or a little over a month, but it's not 2 months. It's literally 35, 36 days. There's something interesting back here. And I keep seeing, it's like when I look through your eyes, I see all of these lines that connect everything and everybody around you. And I have a feeling that whatever this new gift is that's manifesting, you're feeling absolutely insane and you don't want to tell anybody. And that's okay. Because sometimes, this is for all of you guys, when a new gift pops up, sometimes it's okay to keep it to yourself for a little bit. Sometimes it's okay. In this instance, Miss Minnie, it's okay. Honey, whatever gift it is you've gained is showing you the interconnectivities of literally everything around you for an important purpose. How often do you get to go home? How often do you get to go home? Because I feel like it's important. I feel like it's important. And it's something that you should try to do if you can. Home is far, yes? I know where, but I don't want to say. Some of you guys I've read for a few times and I know home is far. It's important. It's important. There is something that you lost that's there. It's important. Okay? Do you know who the 3 people are? Like, I can't see their faces. I couldn't even tell you if they're male or female. I just see them right here. They appear to me as like little kids, but I know they're not. And they're not. And I still see the lady in the blue dress with the big white with the big white flowery veil around her. All right, Carrie Fuller, you ready? So Carrie, when I first focus on your energy, one of the first things that I see are these, they're either cloth or icing, but they're flowers, these big loop, big pink loop. Maybe it's a drawing. I don't know. Anyway, it's bright pink, almost like hot pink. Like if a kid were drawing daisies and a big yellow thing in the middle. You're welcome, Miss Minnie. I've missed you too. I'm glad you're okay, honey. Mwah. All my hugs, all my love. I know you sent a message the other day and I haven't got to it yet, but I'll get to it this weekend, okay? So, Carrie, I don't know what these are. These big, huge... I just keep seeing them. They're just like over and over and over. So, like I said, I don't know if this is a drawing. I don't know if this is icing. I don't know if these are material, whatever it is. But they're bright pink. Not quite this pink, but bright pink. Big old yellow centers. It's okay to be happy, Carrie. It's okay to be happy. For some reason, I feel like you're hiding whatever it is you're happy about. You're hiding it because you're afraid that people around you are going to think that you're conceited, that you're stuck up, that you're pretending or whatever it is. But that's their fault that they're fucking miserable. That's their problem. It's not your problem. Let them be fucking miserable. Don't make yourself miserable and don't keep yourself miserable. You have a lot to be happy about. Be happy. Be happy. Because here's the thing. There's always going to be people around you that are going to be miserable. Let them be fucking miserable. That's their lot in life right now. But there are people that are going to see that you're happy, and they're going to start being more happy because you affect other people around you with the energy you put out. Right now, you're keeping yourself almost in this interesting, like, shielded, not quite an egg, but this, like, shield. Does that make sense? Be happy. Be happy. Be outwardly happy. Be annoyingly outwardly happy. Somebody around you needs it. Stop holding it in. Hey, love light, thank you. Stop holding it in. Okay? That makes sense, sugar. Good. All right, Chelsea. There's a lot of things with you. Okay, you're overwhelmed. Okay. So, two things. I don't know who. Now, I'm going to say it this way for a reason, but I think you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about, and it's not in a bad way, okay? I don't know who the dark man is around you. He does have a meaning in your life. He does have a meaning and a purpose in your life. I know you feel that, and I say dark man, not spirit, not like evil, thing like that. I just keep hearing the words, the dark man. So I don't know if he has really dark hair. I don't know if his skin is dark. I don't know, but I keep hearing the dark man. So whoever this dark man is, yes, he has a meaning in your life. Yes, he has a purpose in your life. And I know that you feel that in your gut. I think you've only been around him a few times. You feel that in your gut and you can't explain it. And he's a little reserved. Not a little, he's very reserved. Don't push, just let the meaning be. It will come out when it needs to come out, but yes, he does have a purpose in your life, okay? The other thing, because both of these things hit me at the same time, the man, and I felt like he was important and needed to be talked about first. The other part, though, is I keep seeing this orange streak. And every time I concentrate on the orange streak, it pulls my brain like this. Like it pulls my brain out into the side. I don't know. It's weird. So I'm just describing it. But it's almost like when you're a little kid, or actually, here's a better example. You're a dog, okay? You're running straight forward this way, and you hear somebody whistle, and so you're like, what? And you just go that way. Like, this is whatever this bright orange is. Why am I yelling? I don't mean to be yelling. I'm sorry. Whatever this orange is, this bright orange streak, it just pulls you, okay? Hey, Chantal, how are you, Chantal? Follow the orange streak. Follow the orange streak, because this curiosity is leading you down a couple of different rabbit holes to find this purpose is the best word. To find this purpose that you're longing for. It's okay. It's okay to follow the rabbit hole. And then the next rabbit hole, and then the next rabbit hole, and then the next rabbit hole. It's okay. Just let it bounce you back and forth between the rabbit holes, but follow it like the white rabbit, okay? And for whatever it is, it's signified by this bright orange streak. So look for the orange streak, okay? All right, Miss Emily Roosevelt. I'll get to the bottom of this, and then I'll refresh my list here. What is going on here? Oh, okay. I got you, Kathy. I was like, why is Kathy's different? So, guys, when I'm doing these, what is going on here? Hang on. Why is this doing this? Oh, Lord. Okay, hang on. My list. I don't know what just happened with my list, but it's going to piss me off. What in the fluck? I have no idea what just happened to my list, but it just went everywhere. What in the hell? Okay, let me refresh my page. I cannot. Like, you know those things where you're like, I can goddamn not. That's exactly what's going on right now. Like, I had my list, I went back to it, and then all of a sudden it was like everywhere. And that is the thing. That's what it did. I mean, my list is still there. It's just jumbled. So I'm like, okay. Like, it's telling me that I skipped over people and I did. All right. Miss Emily, you're next. We'll figure this shit out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I think that it jacked up because my first 5 are supposed to be right there in the front. And it did not. So for those of you guys that have first 5 readings, I'm going to have to go through here and look. So Miss Emily, hang on just a minute. Yeah, it puts you first 5 people in weird spots. So let me get to y'all real quick. How about this? Miss Kim Harrell. I don't know why it did that. I've never had this problem before. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. All right, Miss Kim, you ready? You're a first. Yeah, there's a couple of you on here, and I'm like, the fuck is going on? All right, so I'm gonna have to go through and pull my first 5 people, and then we'll go through. So I'll do my other first 5s, and then Kathy, I'll do yours, and then I'll get to my list here. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you, Love Light. Yeah, I don't know what Wix just did. Usually it puts all my first 5 and then it puts my other one. So I'm flipping it off camera because I don't want to get in trouble on TikTok. Let me roll my eyes. Okay. All right. Miss Kim. Miss Kim. Honey, you need a bigger boat. You need a bigger boat. I know it's getting on again. Whatever has been going on and you've just kind of been like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to let it happen. If this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. And since you've adopted that way of thinking, life has been easier. It's hard. It's kind of harder for you to get into that habit because you are that person that feels like you need to have 90 plans. Everything has to be planned. But in letting things just happen and saying, you know what? It is what it is. This is what we're doing now. Okay. Other people have jumped on your boat. Other people have jumped on your boat. The problem is now there's too many people on the boat. I don't feel like you need, and I hope that makes sense. It's like at first you had this beautiful boat all to yourself, and then suddenly there are so many people on the boat, and you are like stuck up against the mast in the middle. I don't feel like you need to kick these people off the boat. You need a bigger boat. Or you need to make the people smaller. I have a feeling the latter is the easier of those. Okay. I had to like sit and kind of pull for a minute. The people that are on your boat, these are people that live in your head rent-free. So the more you try to go with the flow, the more you try to just, it is what it is. the more room these people have rent-free on your boat. It's hard to kick them off, so that's why I said don't. It's easier to make them smaller and line them up on the sides of the boat so you can move about your boat freely. You need to start with the one that pops up first, because the one that pops up first is the one that takes up the most real estate. They know that they live in your head rent-free, and they use it to their advantage. You're going to have to start chipping away at their space on your boat. Does that make sense? Either they pay rent or they're not allowed on the boat anymore. Sometimes, guys, when you have too many people that live in your head rent-free, that live on your boat rent-free, you have to start chipping away at their energy, chipping away at the hold that they have on you. Very carefully start pulling your energy back from this person. Okay, Kim? And I said very carefully for a reason, because I have a feeling that this person is so used to having a massive tether on your energy, and pulling that a little bit, they're going to clamp down. This one in particular is going to cause holes in your boat. I would almost say, like, as I concentrate on this person, whoever this person is, they have an overwhelming presence. Even though they're only this big, it feels like they are like this, just towering over you. Honey, you need to realize that they don't have power over you. They don't. Quit giving them all the power. When you quit giving them the power to live there rent-free, they're going to find someplace else that they can go and live rent-free. So when they start pulling back from you, when you stop giving them power, don't call them back. You're going to have to make sure that you are strong and you don't allow them back in. Okay? Let them go find somebody else to siphon their energy off of. Because if not, you're going to have to get a much bigger boat. And sometimes it's hard to get a bigger boat. You need to definitely be cutting them off. Okay? I know TikTok is frozen again. But I'm on YouTube, so we're just going to keep going. All right. Woo. Are we still? Yep, we're still frozen. Michelle O'Brien is my next one. Let me do this and see if it'll let me do it. Probably not. No, maybe so. All right. Tiffany, my list is all jacked up right now. So next is going to be Michelle O'Brien. I have to go through and do my first 5 first. All right. Michelle. Really? 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 Miss Michelle. Honey, you've been hopping from empty well to empty well to empty well to empty well. You just don't have anything left to give anybody right now. Period. I did sass and it's still the way it is. It's still jacked up. You've been hopping from empty well to empty well, and you don't have a way. You just don't. You're at the end of the empty wells. It's like all the places that used to have a little bit of water here and there, there's nothing left. So, as hard as it is, it's time for you to sit in the sunshine in a nice comfy chair and just sit there. It's time for you to just sit. The reason that every single well and reserve well you have, and I have a, because the reason I'm going to say that you're an energy well is because when I look at the empty well, it's not that there's just one big well. There's a well, a medium-sized well, and then there's like all these other ones around you. They're all yours. All these other wells around you. And they're all empty. You literally need to just stop yawning. I'm just kidding. You need to get you a comfy chair and just sit. Just sit. Because all of the energy that you've been giving out of these wells, all the water you've been giving to other people, they are not returning it. They are not returning it. And it's not that they need to return the energy, but they just keep taking. And the more you give, the more they take. And the more you give, the more they take. Sometimes people have to be adults on their own. They have to learn to be their own person. They have to fail. And I know that that's hard, especially for energy wells who are protectors, to let people around you fail. Trust me. It is like the hardest fucking thing. You have to let the rain hit. Because the rain is what fills the wells back up. Get you a nice, beautiful, comfy chair. And sit back. And let the rain hit. Okay? Let the rain hit. Good Lord. Good Lord. Get you some beautiful hot pink sunglasses. Pull your hair up. Slather yourself in butter. Whatever you need to do. Sit out in the sun and let the rain fill up all those wells. Okay? It's absolutely okay to be selfish for a little bit. You need to be, because you have been giving way too much to the point that every well you have is empty. There's nothing else to give at this point. Taking time for yourself is not selfish. Making sure that you have what you need is not selfish. Making sure that you are rested, that you take time for yourself, that you don't overextend yourself. None of that is selfish. None of it is selfish. Sometimes we're told it is. It is not. It is not. Okay? It's not. That makes sense, sweet pea? Lurleen totally would have used lard. Actually, Lurleen probably would have used Johnson & Johnson's baby oil. You can get it at the Dollar Tree. All right. No, Lurleen. I did tell Sass that maybe next week or the week after I need to do readings as Lurleen. Just saying. That's going to be a thing. I'm glad that makes sense, honey. Oh! I can't with myself. Miss Rose, are you ready? Are you ready? Your dog's name is Sweet Pea. I love it. That means I gotta have all my makeup, all that makeup on my face. All right, Rose. Girl, you're faced with an interesting opportunity right now. A very, very interesting opportunity. Of course. Let me see if this will do the thing. Am I back? Am I back? All right. You're faced with a really interesting opportunity right now. But you keep thinking that something is standing in your way. But what's funny is, what's standing in your way, this big, huge wall that you think is there, it's literally a picket fence about this big that you could step on. I mean, you don't have to step on, but you can just step over it. Honey, go grab this fucking opportunity with both your hands. Literally, go grab this opportunity with both of your hands. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. It's almost like it was plopped in your lap and you're like, well, the grass is always greener on the other side and I can't do that and blah, blah, blah because this. Yes, you can. Yes, you literally can. All of those reasons that you keep coming up with are not reasons. I know they feel like they are, and we all do this. Well, I can't do because of this or this or this or this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So, step on the picket fence. Kick the fucking picket fence over and go grab this fucking opportunity. The universe brought it to you on purpose. And it placed it just where you thought it was out of your reach on purpose. But it's not. It's actually right here in your face. Does that make sense? Totally. Good. I saw okay, ... And I'm like, oh, okay. So does that not make sense? Good. Good. That makes me happy. All right. Natasha Butler, you're next, sugar. Thank you, Sass. That's exactly what it was doing. It started sorting my tickets differently. I love that, Andrea. That's awesome. I had a dog hair in my eye. Gotta love it. All right. Miss Natasha. Honey, I know that you are exhausted right now. Let me say it this way. I know you think you're exhausted right now. You're only exhausted because you have disowned who you really are inside. And I say disowned for a reason. It's almost like who you really are inside, kind of put in this little tiny room and you've left him in there with an etch-a-sketch and said, okay, have fun, I'll be back later. And you never went back later. You've instead gone off on this winding tangent road way over here somewhere and you're miles and miles away. But literally all you have to do is blink and you can be back in that room with that part of you. Your inner self, you started stepping away from when you were really young. I would say early teens. And that part of you needs to be dealt with. And I don't mean in a bad way. It needs to be dealt with. It needs to be loved. It needs to be allowed to be who you are again. As long as that part of you, that disowned self, is still in that little teeny tiny room way back in there, you're always going to feel overwhelmed. and you're really not. You're overwhelmed because you're not your true self. You're not your authentic self. You need to be the authentic Natasha. Okay? All that other shit that's overwhelming you will completely fall away. I promise. I promise. Go have fun. Go be 11 again. Go have fun. Okay? All right. Miss Louise Williams. So if you guys have something that you have ordered that hasn't gotten to you, will you please send one more message? And here's why I ask, because we found out that some of them were being filtered. We can, so in our setup, we can assign messages like to whoever the shipping person is or whatever. The problem is when they get assigned, or if that person assigns it to themselves, no one else sees it. They are not assigned to anybody anymore. So Sass and me and Tiffany are all seeing everything. So if you would please just send me the order number, or whatever it is. Chances are that it's going out this weekend. Y'all, I don't know what I would do without Shane. I don't know what I would do without Donna being here. All of you guys that have helped and so on. I don't know what I would do without you guys. But I want you guys to know that all of the live sale items, all of the back ordered items, all of the sale from 129, all of those are going to be going out this weekend. Like, we have busted our asses to get everything out. So hopefully it's already on its way to you, because we got a whole bunch of orders out already this week. So hopefully it's already on its way to you. But if you guys are waiting on something, will you please send a message and let me know, because there were some things that were not shipped that I was told were shipped. There are some things that I don't know where they were shipped to. And I will happily replace them, okay? Okay? So yeah. All right. Miss Louise. Oh. Yeah, Miss Louise. I'm like, where was I at? All right. Not yet. Sass is working on that. Actually, I think a lot of them are rescheduled for tomorrow. If you guys haven't got a message, message the site, because Sass has been messaging people. She's been rescheduling everything. So yeah, hers got me hopping. All right. So, Miss Louise, for some reason, when I'm starting to channel your message and go forward and so on, for some reason, the thing that popped in my face back in the 80s, early 80s, they came out with the Barbie refrigerator. It was orange and pink and the ugliest thing, but it was so cool. Everybody wanted it. I had to have it, right? I don't know why it is, but I keep seeing that fucking refrigerator every time I start to look at this card and channel whatever read it is. So anything at all that signifies to me something that as a kid was like something I coveted. I just wanted so badly. Tells me that there's something that you are striving for, that you want so badly right now, that reminds you of when you were a kid, of when you were younger. I'm going to advise you to go after that with every single bit of your being. Every bit of your being. For those of us that are, you had that old, oh, yeah. For those of us that are a little older, that are Gen X, Gen Y, not Gen Y, baby boomers, etc. We got to be kids, but we didn't get to be kids. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. So, you need to fall down that rabbit hole. Go get yourself the Barbie refrigerator and sit and play with it until it's 2 o'clock in the morning and your mom's mad at you because you didn't go to bed on time. You need to look at things in that way again. Does that make sense? By forcing yourself to look at all of the stuff in the spiritual realm with these big old adult eyeballs, you're missing the best part. You're missing the Barbie refrigerator. And all of the things that went in it. Everything. All of it. You're missing it. Start looking at things like that again. Okay? Does that make sense, Louise? It's almost like when we force ourselves to look at spirituality with this adult eyeball, we miss the fun in it. We miss the beauty in it. We miss that giddy, happy, excited feeling of a 6-year-old on Christmas morning. Because we don't allow ourselves to feel that. So, go do it. Go do it. Sass, I saw your message. I did put one. I put one of those readings on for tonight. So, yeah. All right. Now, Miss Emily Rosalot, you ready? Yeah. Go get you a Barbie refrigerator. That'll help you get your mojo back. It's in the refrigerator, probably in that little milk carton that we all lost right off the bat. Or with the little forks and spoons. You know what I'm talking about? I think my milk carton was pink and it was hollow inside. And I don't remember what got stuffed in there, but it's always something that gets stuffed in there. Yeah. Gail, then you totally need to go get you one. I'm just saying. All right. Miss Emily, you literally need to do this. You literally need to do this. Everything, every choice, every decision has a consequence. Every decision has a consequence. The people around you that have made their decisions need to have their consequences. You cannot shield them from these consequences. You're trying way too hard to do that. You are trying way too hard to not let them face plant. You're trying too hard to not let them get what they deserve. And you're keeping yourself from the things that you deserve, the good things that you deserve. You've been such a supportive, such a light, such a shining beacon for all of these people. And you're trying to shield them. You're trying to keep them from falling. And that's what you're supposed to do. However, it's time to stop that because you're missing out. You're doing it to a detriment of yourself. So you're missing out on all of the good things that you should have. Your goodness is keeping you from the goodness that the universe is trying to bring in. Does that make sense? Let them fall on their butt, honey. Let them get the consequences that they deserve. Okay? Thank you, Miss Kathy Pooh. They need those consequences. And I know it's going to be hard. And you're going to feel guilty when the good things come back to you, because you're going to feel like they should have those good things. And they should. But they shouldn't have yours. You should have yours. You should have the good things that you have worked so hard for. They need to work hard for their own good things. Okay? All right. Riley Burkhead. Why is this doing this? I don't know why this is doing this, but all right. Ready, Riley? Ooh, Riley Sue. Why are you ignoring the revelation that has hit you square in the face lately? And I say it that way because it's like this epiphany hit you and you soaked it in for a minute and then you went, no, that can't be right. And you kind of brushed it aside. But it's not going away. It's still there in the back of your mind. It's still there in the back of your mind. Honey, you need to let that revelation pop up again. You need to fully embrace it. Fully embrace the crazy feel that it gives you. Just a little bit. We all have to have these epiphanies. We all have to have these revelations. We all have to have these synchronicities pop up to show us where the other synchronicities are. As we go down our path, I've found that it's weird and it happens in phases, and y'all will notice this too. And once I say this, you guys will notice, you will go, oh my God. You know, all those times when you get really sick, and it could be just a cold, could be just flu, could be whatever. You get sick. You're laying there in bed, you have a weird dream, you have whatever. You wake up, or you're just laying there and something smacks you in the face, and it's like suddenly you understand the universe on a much deeper level. I found that when the body gets knocked down the most, when the meat sack gets knocked down the most, that's the best time for all of these epiphanies, all of these revelations to come in. Riley, I think that's what's been happening to you lately. Because I feel like you've kind of been sick a lot. And I don't think you've been like, you know, on death's door sick repeatedly. But all of the sickness that you've had going on, it's because you had to reach these new revelations. Okay? Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. It is what it is. Does that make sense? I'm so sorry you've been sick, P. I hate that. I always hate for anybody to be sick. I hate to be sick, so I always hate for anybody to be sick. I know people that like to be sick because they like to take off work. I'd rather take off work for something good. For something good. So, yeah. So I didn't get to finish Zodiacs this week, guys. So what I did instead was I was filming some videos as Lurlane. And so I made you guys a March horoscope video instead. And I've been having a problem getting videos to upload to YouTube right now. And I don't know why. So, hey, Cemetery Bat Candy. Good. I hope you're not putting energy in the wrong things anymore. You're welcome, sweet pea. I love you too. All right, Sean. Doc, you ready? I don't know if he's still here or not. I know it's kind of late where he is. Doc, you need to really take some time and do a full-on me talks. Do a full-on detox, me talks. Does that make sense? All of the old shit that has been programmed in, all of the old stuff that you learned, that you thought you knew, that you did know, that you didn't know, all of the programmed shit has to be detoxed. Because it's keeping you from understanding and moving forward. It's like, you know how when you have a dog that gets put on a line, and they can only go to the end of this line, so they run a circle, and you know what I mean? Like they run a circle in the dirt because they know they can't go any further. Well, then eventually, like, they're let off the line and they don't go outside the circle because that's all they know. But they want to go outside the circle. They want all those things over there. They want to go chase Miss Jones's cat. They want to go eat that fucking squirrel that's been throwing shit out. You know what I mean? Like, they want to go outside the circle. They're not tethered anymore. You're not tethered anymore. But you keep yourself inside the circle. You've got to realize, first of all, you're not tethered anymore. Second of all, you have to have the courage to step outside the circle, to step outside of that old fence. There's no fence. There's no tether. You're literally free to roam about the neighborhood now. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. So you need to do a deep me talks of getting rid of all of these programmed in tethers. Okay? You took a step today. Good for you. So this makes sense then. So this makes sense then. I'm having a wonderful hot flash right now. I'm gonna die. Love it. Good. I'm glad that makes sense. I'm glad it makes sense. Nothing's gonna bite you in the ass, honey. The universe has been trying to show you that you haven't been tethered for a long time. You just think you have. All right. Enjoy it. And I'll get you rescheduled. What sucks, guys, right now is I have to be at the shop continually. And I had appointments the other day and a shop full of people. So it was fun. I couldn't do anything about either one of them. Here go the bracelets. Hot flash. You know it's a bad hot flash when you're chucking your bracelets. Oof. Y'all. This is dumb. I can't imagine how bad these would be if I wasn't taking like the supplements and stuff that I was taking. I would legit die. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. All right, Mrs. Stella. Honey. Yes, you absolutely can, love. I knew it was coming. So I was waiting. All right. Oh, Mrs. Stella. Two things here. One, Sometimes it's okay and it's worth it to reconcile with certain people. Don't let them all the way back in because they don't deserve it. But it's okay. It's okay to reconcile with people that need to be in your life. It's also, this is the second part of this. It's also okay to reconcile and pay attention to who you have become with all the fractures. As we go throughout just normal shit, we fracture. We have a shit relationship. We lose that relationship. That's a fracture. We lose a job. That's a fracture. We lose a friend. That's a fracture. All of the things that happen to us are fractures. There gets a point where, for the most part, we just take the fractures, you know? But there comes a point where you have to reconcile the fractures. You can't always put everything back together. Reconciling the fractures means paying attention to the fractures, healing as much of them as you can, and acknowledging the rest of it. It's not quite shadow work. It's just going back and going, okay, this was a thing. This happened. I fucked up. And this happened. Or this happened. So-and-so fucked up. And this happened. Or this happened. The universe is a fuck up. And this happened. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of reconciling those things. You are going to be wanting to delve down shadow work eventually. All of you will. One of the first steps is reconciling all of those fractures and seeing where they are. So, you have some interesting homework. You have some interesting homework. That was weird. My computer just got this weird orange bar across the top out of nowhere. Yay! Thank you, Sweet Pea. Hope that made sense, Mrs. Stella. You have beautiful fractures, honey. Everybody's fractures are beautiful. You know, have you seen the artwork where they take a piece of wood and they put the electricity thing on it, goes bzz, and it makes all the cool little things? That's exactly what our fractures look like. Okay. It's Andrea Norris. So I have Andrea Norris, Suzanne Horn, Alyssa Kaiser, Tamara Jones, and Danny Jackson. Everybody's broken. Hey, kitty mama. Will you shoot a message to the site? Because if you guys didn't get an invoice, you may not, if you didn't register, then we didn't have a way to invoice you. So if you would shoot a message to the site, we'll get you, girl. Because we've still got your order. Yeah. Hey, Kathy. Sass, did you move Kathy? Because she wasn't on my list. Trying to look and see where you is. You're welcome, Sweet Pea. I just realized that, Kathy. I don't know where Sass went. Where is you, Sass? Miss Andrea Norris. Honey, yours is going to be short and sweet. You ready? It's okay to let it go. It's over. It's okay to let it go. That part of your life has been completed. That part of your life is completely, it's completed. Does that make sense? That part of your life is completed. When the universe is ready for us to move on, it shows us where things are done. Things are completed. Things have finished. Yet, a lot of times we tend to hold on to that shit. We're like, no, 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 no. Oh, can you put her back in there, Sass? Because I put one mediumship read on for tonight. If you could, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I put one on for tonight. Just one. Because it's hard for me to do full mediumship reads like I used to do, like they wear me out. So I've just been putting one on each time. So, well, let me do her this evening. That's what I'm saying. Let me do her this evening. I'm glad that makes sense, love. I'm glad that makes sense. So I have a feeling maybe you've been fighting against it and trying to hold on to that part of you. Sometimes that was a comfortable part. It was a part that we wanted. It was a part that we loved. It was a big part of us. And even though we know it's over, we still hold on to it. You have to make the effort to let it go. You have to make the effort to let it go. That way you can get what it is that the universe is trying to bring you. Okay? Was that just confirmation? Like you just needed the confirmation? All right, Kathy, let me do you real quick. And then I have Suzanne, Alyssa, Tamara, and Danny. Oh, no. It was me. Thank you, Sassy Poo. Kathy, are you there? Okay. So I have a weird question, and I just need a yes or no. Okay? Is your dad still here? Because this person is somebody that I've ever spoken to before. Well, not spoken to before for you. The things that this man pulled up are interesting. Were there some unspoken things between the two of you? Because everything he's pulled up is about something that wasn't forgiven, about repairing that, about the very first card he pulled was getting back to integrity, fixing something, righting a wrong. Then is a refusal of the call. I'm taking that as it was something left unsaid that you can't get past, that you can't forgive yet, because literally the next card is forgiveness upside down. And that for some reason you feel like spiritually right now you're asleep. Like you can't connect the way you used to connect. You're not getting the little spine tingles the way everybody else seems to. It's almost like you're numb in a way. It's funny. It's like I keep wrinkling my forehead like this. Just keep like this. I don't know if that's something he did all the time or what, but it's like I kind of pinch my face like that's what I want to do. Like trying to wrap my head around a problem. Because part of his way of repairing whatever this is to push you out of this being asleep spiritually. But he's not doing it in the kindest of ways. So what he keeps doing, it's interesting because here's what he showed me. It's like running full speed, like some football player running full speed and running into you to push you. Of course, him not being physically here, he's running full speed and he's hitting you and pushing you, but it's only like a little tiny bit. All his might's only moving you an inch or two. So he's been pushing others around you so you would notice. So you would stop and notice. And I think he feels like he's gone too far with it lately and he's backed off. And he doesn't know how to fix it. He doesn't know how to fix it now. It's like run straight at it with everything he's got. And if that doesn't fix it, run it a different way. But he can't run it at a different way. But he wants to help. I have a feeling that things have probably calmed down around you. Yeah, I know they were a little crazy late. They were a little crazy. He doesn't know how to go forward. He doesn't know how to move forward to help you. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm glad things are better. So, here's what I'd recommend. Because at this point, it's like I see him just kind of standing there defeated in a way. Because he doesn't know how to help anymore. I would just reassure him that it's okay. He just has to figure out how to communicate better. Because the way he's been communicating, it was the weirdest thing. Because the way he's been communicating hasn't been the right way. It's been causing a lot of problems. I would just reassure him that you know he's there. And that he doesn't have to hit you as hard as he's been hitting you. There's nothing to worry about. Just his way of doing things was run head first at the problem. You know what I mean? Like I keep seeing a football helmet, like football player in a football helmet. Like, you know how they just put their head down and run? That's what I keep seeing. And he just keeps showing me that. Running at the problem, running at the problem. And then he shows me just standing back, just standing there kind of defeated in a way. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if he played football or what, why I keep seeing the football analogy, but metaphor, whatever the fuck it is, why I keep seeing it. I knew that was coming. But I would just talk to him and reassure him. I would also try to speak to him in your sleep. I would try to speak to him in your sleep. Because I think he needs that reassurance. Does that help? Does that make sense? Is that what you were like? It's so funny sometimes the things that I see, hear, whatever. I hope it helps. You know what I mean? It doesn't. Maybe to me it just doesn't feel like it does, but hope it does. Hope it does. He doesn't really he's not really very forthcoming with a lot of information, is he? He likes to give you the little bit that you need and then that's it. Like, this is what you get and I'm not giving you any more. This is it. Now go away. That's the feeling I get. Here's this, now go away. Good, I'm glad, Kathy, honey. I'm glad I could help. To redo my lister. Why are you doing this? Oh, you bitch. Okay. Miss Suzanne Horn. I love you, Jess. Good night, honey. Why are some of these right side up? All right. Miss Suzanne, you ready? As soon as I took the deep breath and I started to focus on your energy, I saw, you know, the big, huge Persian rugs are like this fucking thick. You know, you just walk on them and they're just fantastic. It's like I saw one of those and then I see it like flying. Then I hear magic carpet ride and so on. Thank you for subscribing, love. Honey, it's absolutely okay to go on the magic carpet ride. It is absolutely okay. It's also okay to throw tomatoes and spit bombs over the side of said magic carpet while you're on the magic carpet ride. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. So I don't know if you're traveling in your sleep. I don't know if you're traveling on purpose. I don't know what it is that this is referring to with the magic carpet. Usually when I see the magic carpet, what that signifies traveling to me. So go enjoy the magic carpet ride, and it's okay to throw shit. It's okay to throw shit. You think you might be? Okay. I would put money on that you are. Because like I said, and at first when I saw it, it was like that, you know, the ones, and they have the square around them, you know, the big square. This one's maroon and gold and white in the middle, and then it changed to a blue, like a dusty blue. So I have a feeling you probably are traveling. Thank you, love. I have a feeling that you are traveling. And If this is a new thing for you, this is a new skill, a new talent, etc. for you, that's popping up for a reason. It's popping up because you have people around you you're supposed to be helping in your sleep, and you probably are without realizing you're doing it. Yeah. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Just make sure you have a tether to keep you here. Okay? So you can find your way back. That's why I always tell everybody the horses and so on. Yeah. Find your way back. And if you still have some tomatoes, just save them for later. Save them for tomorrow night. I think that's kind of funny, Suzanne. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I think it's funny. You doing some shit in your sleep. Go on the magic carpet ride. Enjoy it. I don't know why the song is important, but it is. I keep hearing it in my head. I keep hearing it in my head. I haven't heard that in a while. I may need to go find it and play it. Good, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I mean, yours was kind of short and sweet too with the carpet. Like that was pretty straightforward. That was pretty straightforward. Hey, Victoria, honey. All right, Alyssa Kaiser. I've got your second one. I know that you said something about you had questions. You needed clarification or something. On something, not or something. So, you've been keeping yourself in a bubble. So, like, here's life and here's everything going on around you, and you've kind of been keeping yourself over here. Like, your bubble touches everything else, but you're keeping yourself over here on purpose. And I don't think you realize you're doing it. It's like you put yourself in this bubble. I think it's his protection. But it's not needed anymore. This bubble is no longer needed. Instead, you have to have the courage to step out of that bubble and to step into the bigger bubble. You literally can just go out of one and into the other like that. But you have to allow yourself to do that. It's going to take a lot of courage for you to do that. You're also going to have to pick up a large piece of yourself that's behind you. It's the part that is the reason you created the bubble. There we go. I had to try to figure out how to words that. Pick up that piece, use it to pop the bubble, and move into the bigger, awesome bubble. Right now is the perfect time to do that. Right now is going to be the easiest that it's been ever. And it's going to be easy for you to regain that part of yourself that you put behind you. So, I hope that answers your questions. Or the question you have. All right. Miss Tamara Jones, you ready? Good night, Miss Gail, honey. Woo! Miss Tamara Pooh, you ready? You ready? What's going on right now? What's going on right now? Honey, you're at the tail end of a karmic contract. And now I've got the red dot. There we go. Yellow dot. There we go, green dot. So for those of you guys on TikTok, please know that I am recording on YouTube, so you guys can go watch everything on YouTube. You can rewatch your reading, etc. All right, I paused when I saw that it did the red dot up there. Honey, you're at the tail end of a karmic contract. It's like, I keep seeing like this huge dust storm rolling down a street. It's so funny. Just this crazy ass turmoil over and over. Just, ah! It's coming to like an intersection. You're at the tail end of this karmic contract. Part of the reason that you're having to finish this karmic contract in this life is because this is part of, it's part of your soul's journey to put a stop to this karmic contract, to put an end to it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know it sucks, and I know it's been hard, and I know there's been times you've got caught up in the dust storm. And before you realize it, you're full on in the tangle. And you've pulled yourself back out. You keep pulling yourself out of this dust storm, and it keeps trying to suck you back in. But know that it's coming to an intersection in the road. And it's not a cross, it's a T. You either get to turn right, which is the way the dust storm's going, and stay in that karmic contract and deal with this in your next life, or turn left and you go to the right and you walk the fuck away. It's literally up to you. You can finish this and be done, or you can keep going in it and deal with it next time. And the thing is, the other person in this contract, in this karmic contract, they are not going to let it go as easy. So just know that. I'm not going to tell you which decision to make, because both of them are the right decision. Does that make sense? This person has to learn to let go of this too. I personally, if my Capricorn ass, would walk away. But you had to do this. You had to do this. It's part of, even if you choose to go turn to the right and walk in the turmoil some more. You're doing what your soul needs to accomplish in this life. It's somebody that's been around for a while. It's somebody that's been around for a while. So yeah. This is somebody I have a feeling that has popped up repeatedly throughout your life. You've known them a while. So it's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to you. That makes sense? Ooh, that storm rolling through, like all of my face in here is just like plugged up. It's fun. So I have Danny Jackson and I have Eric. And I'll answer a question if you have any more. If you have any more, Tamara. And then I'm going to drop cards on the floor because that's how I roll this evening. All the cards. Is it freezing again? I'm sorry, love. You're welcome, sugar. All right, Danny, you ready? It's funny, there's like several things at once. Okay, well, let me pause while it's doing the stupid red. Got the yellow dot. And the red dot. TikTok's being an ass tonight. There we go. Good night, love light, honey. I'm going to do these two, and then I'm going to go to bed because this is wearing me out. This is wearing me out. Oh, Lord. Thank you, love. All right. Well, I'm going to get through these. TikTok is going to make Lurleen come out completely. I'm going to get through these two readings because I have to go to bed. I still have to pack for Little Rock. I am streaming on YouTube, just so you guys know. Okay? All right. Miss Danny. There's a lot of interesting things here. There's a toddler, like a baby toddler. There's a couple, like man and woman. There's also this big, huge bowl. Well, it's long, so maybe like a tray, wooden, almost like a boat tray. I don't know if that makes sense. And then it goes back to the kid, back to the baby. The baby's important. I say baby because even it's like I see the baby in like a baby carrier, you know, like a car seat carrier. But at the same time, it's like I see a 5-year-old. And I don't know why. And I hope that makes sense. But it's like I see them simultaneously together, like juxtaposed. You know what I mean? And the toddler, when I see the toddler, has like white blonde hair. Not white blonde, but pretty pale blonde. The kid's important. Like the kid is seriously important. It keeps popping up. He keeps popping up. So when I see, okay, I'm just seeing the kid now, and I'm seeing all I see is his back. So I can see the back of his head. I see him facing away from me. And that's it. Like, you know, when you have a room that you're standing in that's dark and aw. I love that. When you're standing in a room that's dark and there's light shining through the door, like that's how I see the kid. The baby's in a carrier. But I keep seeing the kid, and now I can't see anything but that. You are so funny, Suzanne. I'm glad you went back and listened. The kid's important, Danny. I don't know who this kid is, but the kid's important. Um, as for the couple, they're younger. I can't see who they are. I just know that they're young. They're young. Um, the bowl doesn't have really a lot of meaning with those two things, with the kid or with the couple. The bowl is something completely different. It's only like this wide, and I'm assuming it's, well, this, yeah. The walls are about like that. It's probably about this long, and it's like a boat shape almost. And I would say it's either like a dusty blue or a deep gray, but I have a feeling it's more blue. And I don't know why I keep seeing those three things. I don't know why. Keep seeing the kid. It's killing me. I guess you have homework. I guess you have homework because I just keep getting brought back to the kid. Keep getting brought back to the kid. Just standing there facing the door. So. Hopefully you know who the kid is, and hopefully you know who the couple is, and hopefully you understand the bowl. Because that's weird. Random and fucking weird. There you are. I wondered if you were there. Thank you, Miss Suzanne. I don't know. It could be a movie. It could be, sitting watching a movie. I don't know. But it's like, even talking about it, I still just see the kid in the doorway with the white. Like, it legit looks like a movie poster. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Hopefully it'll make sense. Hopefully it'll make sense. Because I don't know. It reminds me of the movie Poltergeist. But it's not. I don't know if that made sense. It is, but it's not. Yeah. All right, Eric, you ready? Eric, you're going to have to reconcile. I almost said you're with yourself, but I don't quite think it's all yourself. So what I see is like, the log books, the ledger books. I see pages of them scattered all around me. They're all full of information, and they're just scattered everywhere. Those have to be put in order. You're going to have to pick up all the pages and sort them and reconcile them. It's almost like being overwhelmed. There's so much going on. And it's scattered all around you. Because I think at first it was like, okay, I'm going to put this here and this here and this here, and I'll come back to this later. Oh, this should go here, but kind of over here. And it's like you were trying to sort the things, but in trying to sort them, they got scattered. More and more and more things have piled on. You're going to have to take some time. Some time just for you. To reconcile all these pages and sort them and put them back into the book. And then throw the book away. And then throw the book away. Because all of that information, and I know that sounds, it's like, well, why wouldn't I just pick up the pages and throw them away? Because in sorting those pages back out and getting everything put back into the book the way it's supposed to go. You know how, like, if you were to take a flip book apart, you wouldn't understand any of the pages. When you put them together and you flip through them, that's when you see the whole story. And I think that you've been striving to see the whole story, but you haven't because the pages are scattered. So when you put all the pages back together, you can flip through and see the whole story. And that will allow you to let it go, to move forward. That's what's holding you back. Did that make sense? Oh, I love the red dot of death. Yellow. Green. There we go. Did that make sense, Eric? I hope you got to hear everything. Good. Okay, good. I was like, I don't know when it cut out because I wasn't paying attention. I cannot with TikTok tonight, I swear. It's driving me nuts. All right, y'all. I am going to go take my happy butt to bed, get up in the morning, pack, go to the shop and work, and then leave. It's just going to be that kind of day. So I'm going to pause YouTube over here. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. I appreciate it.